Some sound is back. Some sound is back. Some sound is back.
Needed to have a penalty shout in these opening 15 minutes. It's the Ken Derby we'd hope for, isn't it, Eric?
Yeah, certainly been alive. Some sound is back.
Needed to have a penalty shout in these opening 15 minutes. It's the Ken Derby we'd hope for, isn't it, Eric?
Yeah, certainly been alive. Some sound is back.
Needed to have a penalty shout in these opening 15 minutes. It's the Ken Derby we'd hope for, isn't it, Eric?
Some sound is back.
Needed to have a penalty shout in these opening 15 minutes. It's the Ken Derby we'd hope for, isn't it, Eric?
Some sound is back.
Needed to have a penalty shout in these opening 15 minutes. It's the Ken Derby we'd hope for, isn't it, Eric?
Some sound is back.
Left to right, finding Richards really well on this right flank. Richards one-on-one against Ramsgate defender McIntyre. Doesn't quite manage to find a blue shirt with a cross, and Ramsgate survive and are on the counter-attack. Well blocked there by Prestige.
And that is the experience that Reece Prestige gives you in the middle of the park there. His experience to let Miller come onto the ball, blocks up play, and another attack as Jay Porter is on the ball, crosses it in great, just slightly over there as Noel Leighton was making the run, leading the line again for the Gate this afternoon. Always hard-working and industrious is Noel Leighton.
So we're 15 minutes into the game so far. I'm just going to run through the lineups. So for Margate, we've got Mitchell Ware in goal, making his debut for the club, who's signed from Ipswich, where he played as a youth team goalkeeper. And Margate fans will be delighted to see back in the starting lineup Chris Sessignon, who performed so well last season. Jay Porter playing at left back, Reece Prestige in central midfield. Opportunity here for Margate, blocked by the Ramsgate defence. Opportunity for Ramsgate now in the attack. Centre backs, we've got Liam Friend and captain Ben Swift. Jack Richards on the right wing, Freddie Munker in the middle of the park, Noel Leighton up front, Luke Kerry and Connor Evans.
Reece Prestige looking really impressive for Margate there as he halts another attempt on goal. He does such a good job, doesn't he, in that capacity of shielding the Margate defence, and it's great to retain his services for the upcoming campaign. As Richard plays it short to Swift, and Chris Sessignon on the ball there. A firm favourite with fans who I'm sure will be delighted to see him playing in blue as Margate look to put more pressure on the Ramsgate defence. They just about clear, but Richards is there to pick up possession, switches feet quickly, looking to link up with our goal scorer Luke Carey in the number 10 role. How does this compare to Tuesday night in terms of intensity and tempo? Are you seeing you've been here for every pre-season game so far, Eric, are you seeing the signs of a sharper, fitter Margate team?
Yeah, we're seeing a much more stronger side here. We did have a few more trialists in the starting lineup here at Sheppey, where Sheppey turned out 4-1 victors in that game. But I can certainly see a lot more energy and a lot more passion. You can see that this Isle of Thanet Cup certainly means something to the players, if not
definitely.
at least local bragging rights. And Margate are going to be looking to hold on to this trophy after last season's victory at Southwood.
Moncur whipping the ball in there, and Ramsgate first to the second, so to speak, but Margate get possession back. Moncur on the ball again, plays it to Carey on the right hand side, boxed in there, he manages to get the cross across, but no worries for the Ramsgate defence. A good contingent of Ramsgate supporters here. The tickets were allocated, 200 going to Margate supporters, 100 going to the visitors, which again helps contribute to an atmosphere here at Hartsdown Park, one that we have missed for so long. No supporters in the ground since March. It's been a very long 5 months, and normally we don't see pre-season so late in August. There will be a couple of drinks breaks going on throughout the first half as Carey puts on pressure. Great work by there, takes it left footed. Great save there, brilliant pressure again by Carey, who is impressing in these opening stages. Leighton picks up play. Frustration there as Ramsgate pick up the ball.
Ramsgate centre half James Moorish taking a few too many risks there at the back, but his goalkeeper Brannon Daly bailed him out there with a superb save, and now Ramsgate looking to get an attack underway, but the experienced friend comes across and covers well to avert the danger. Connor Evans on the ball. He certainly has been one of the shining lights so far in this pre-season so far, the trialist out on the left wing. So just to run through the Ramsgate lineup, we've got Brannon Daly in goal. We've got new signing Gerald Abogi at right back. Ryan Johnson and Jake McIntyre in central defence. Lee Prescott in central midfield. James Moorish, Mitch Chapman, Ashley Miller, Ben Wilson, and long-term strike partners Tom Chapman and Kane Rowland up front.
And for those Ramsgate supporters tuned in to Gate TV, thank you for joining us. We're happy to be able to provide you with this coverage. Do let us know, what are your ambitions and aspirations for Matt Longhurst's side this season? The Rams finished 13th mid-table, and having spoken to a few of the volunteers with the Rams, slight disappointment in last season, potentially one to forget, but there is certainly lots of optimism, lots of good results in pre-season, although obviously we don't look at results too much. Definitely plenty for Ramsgate fans to be positive about. And for Margate fans as well, do get in touch. We love to hear from you. We're on all the social media channels. It's great to see your conversations amongst each other as well. Margate looking to build another attack. Swift on the ball there. Great as well to see him back, playing so many minutes.
Little pull on his shirt there, and the referee spotted that. So Ramsgate so far have had a fairly lively and positive pre-season, coming off of a 4-0 victory away at Lordswood earlier. It was Thursday last week, and they succumbed to a narrow defeat away to Margate League rivals Carshalton Athletic, and also scored 4 goals against K Sports.
And I think Margate will really be looking to push forward here. Moncur is kind of that playmaker, isn't he? He can pick out a pass or two.
Yeah, something Margate's been missing so far this pre-season is goals. They've only had 1 goal in the 3 fixtures they've had, and that was a deflection from John Ufa, who's not here today in the starting lineup. Certainly, we've got a goal so far already for Margate, and Jay will be looking for more goals to come today. A trait of Jay's sides is attacking football and lots of goals.
Yeah, definitely. I think he always tends to build a foundation on a solid defence, tricky wide players, exciting players to watch, and we'll see more and more of that as pre-season continues, because the fixtures are coming thick and fast. We've had a string of home games, but after today the Gate will be on their travels heading to Whitstable on Tuesday, then a trip to Brentwood on Saturday, Faversham away after that, and then we're back here on the 5th of September to host Dover Athletic, which will again be a really good, interesting game to tune into on Gate TV. National League outfit Dover Athletic, Andy Hessentyler bringing his side. They've had a very tough pre-season, as has been well documented. A lot of teams struggling financially due to the impact of COVID-19, and I think again just a bit of a shout out to the board here at Margate, the team of staff and volunteers who've managed to put this free streaming service together to be able to connect fans, and those of you still shielding as Reece Prestige looks to unleash a shot.
With a shot from distance, looking for his second of the day. Well saved there from Brannon Daly. He's been tested a couple of times already and has stood firm there with that effort from Evans.
Yeah, the Ramsgate Twitter feed saying there haven't been too many obvious opportunities for Margate. I would perhaps argue that the Ramsgate goalkeeper has pulled off 2 great saves, that being another there as Margate look to take the lead. They've got the corner, Moncur looking to offer a short option. He picks up the ball, whips it in.
Wind held it up there. It's certainly difficult putting balls into the box when the conditions are as blustery as this. And something we've seen from Ramsgate so far this pre-season, they've been particularly good on the counter-attack. We've seen it where in their away game against Carshalton with one of their goals coming from a counter-attack, and they look like they're setting their stall out to capitalise in such a way today also.
Yeah, the wind is a real leveller. There are lots of visionary looking passes being played but not necessarily working out. Great as well to have a message from James Green. Hello Charlotte, the London branch still shielding, and yeah, I'm really want to reach out to those of you who coming back to a football ground is still potentially a prospect that's a very far away. You are still very much a part of this football club. We have not forgotten about you. We will still be bringing this coverage to you on Gate TV as long as we possibly can. You're very much welcome and you're very much part of the atmosphere at Hartsdown Park. Do keep your messages coming in. Anyone standing out so far on either side in this Thanet derby as Ramsgate attack down the right hand side? Jay Porter there, and the attack comes to very little.
A tame shot there coming from Tom Chapman in the end, and easily held by new signing goalkeeper Mitchell Ware.
Yeah, another goalkeeper trialling out for the Gate today. It's such an important position to get right, isn't it?
Yeah, Jay's obviously used his contacts in trying to find new players. After the defeat to Sheffield United in the week, it was a comprehensive win to the lower league opposition, 4-1 victors in the end, and Jay's got on the phone and got a few new signings in. Great to see Chris Sessegnon back at the club. He was a really exciting player to watch last season, and the right back spot is something that the management team have been looking to fill so far this pre-season. Hopefully they've managed to achieve that now.
Yeah, and I think as supporters would have been aware about early on, Richards on the ball, hits the volley, it goes over and wide. But do you know what, that's the kind of thing, why not? It's good to see the Margate players in confidence looking to unleash far more shots. I've probably seen more shots in this opening 30 minutes than I did most of last Saturday. But yeah, just a quick point on Sessegnon now. I think Saunders tried to keep the right back surfaces, but it's been so hard to determine when the season's even going to be starting. It's another layer of complexity for non-league football managers, and hopefully, yeah, Jay's little black book of contacts will prove useful, and when the Football League season starts as well, I'm sure he'll probably end up dipping into the loan market to supplement his summer signings. Ramsgate get the goal kick as the wind picks up. Let's see where this one lands.
Good strike
Swiftly
there.
winning there.
Good strike from goalkeeper Daly, kicking into the wind, but still got good distance on that clearance.
And Swift doing really well there up against the Ramsgate number 9, Kane Rowland, who is notorious in the league below us, scores a lot of goal for the Rams, but Swifty doing what he does best there, commanding, winning his headers, doing exactly what you want from your skipper in the Thanet Cup derby. Reece Prestige there, heading the ball, nudges through to Liam Friend, gets there first.
Ramsgate on the attack now, a little dink in the box, held up in the wind as you can see, and Swift does well to clear his lines. Danger's certainly not gone. Ben Wilson going across to take this throw in for the Rams.
Very different playing conditions to the derby clash last season.
Good run here from Chapman. Well blocked there by Friend.
Yeah, Liam Friend sensed the danger there, cleared his lines, and yeah, just saying that the conditions are very different to the derby game last year where it poured down at Southwood Stadium. It was a bit of a tempestuous affair. Margate winning in the end 3-2, a 5-goal thriller, and if today's first half's anything to go by, without doing much of a commentator's curse, there could be some more goals coming this afternoon. Do stay tuned on Gate TV as we bring you the live coverage. Coming in on the right hand side there, Connor Evans doing his defensive duties well. Margate defending resolutely as a team. The ball comes in, looked like a bit of a tug on friend, but Swifty there again. Richards nudges, the Gate take away and clear their lines, but no man up front to pick up the ball as it peters out for a Ramsgate throw-in. I think Margate needing to maybe show a little bit more composure there to try and keep possession and not, maybe a little bit of panic to defending, dare we say.
Yeah, Richards had a bit of time there. He could have brought it down and looked up, but he snatched at it there. You just want to see the Margate players getting hold of the ball and start knocking this about and taking control of this game. Certainly with these conditions, with Margate with the wind behind them, you'd be looking for the Gate to take advantage of this first half and potentially get a lead by the time we move into the second half, where they'll be kicking against the wind. We saw that time and time again last season, with the wind blowing in this direction from left to right across your screens, and Margate struggling when they're kicking into it. So
I think we're struggling to stay a foot up here in the gantry. It is very, very blowy, but Ramsgate, yeah, turning the intensity up a little bit there, getting the cross in early doors, and certainly there's a lot of man marking going on in the box there. The referee keeping a close eye on proceedings as Ramsgate whipped the ball in.
There's a good 15 players inside that 16-yard box, and so there's certainly at least one foul there, and the referee spotted it and given the free kick to Margate.
Yeah, I did say referee Nick Dunn had a close eye on that there, a few shirt pulls, bit of close contact. Of course, the players don't have to worry about their social distancing too much, but good defensive play, and below us there, the management team are asking a few questions of why they didn't get a penalty shot, but all good spirits here. All good spirits.
Certainly means a lot to win this game for both sides, though. There's a lot at stake, it being the annual Isle of Thanet Cup here at Hartsdown Park.
And Eric, I hear through the grapevine that Jay Saunders enlisted the help of someone very special for the team talk. Groundsman, sorry. Graham Ives was called upon to give the boys a bit of a team talk, just explaining to those who are new just how important this game is. And Jay, of course, knows that better than anyone. Ooh, crunch and tackle in there. He knows that better than anyone, having played for the club for so many years. It's the game that a lot of supporters look forward to, and those of you unable to join us today, it's why we've got the streaming happening. We've got it so that you don't have to miss a minute, and we will be having highlights packages after the game as well, so if you did miss any of the opening 10 minutes, they were entertaining. 2 goals in quick succession. You can catch up as well. And already half an hour gone here at Hartsdown Park. I had expected a drinks break, but maybe the decision was made by the management team just to keep going, because there has been a good flow to this game, end to end, both teams challenging for everything. We title it a pre-season friendly, but there is nothing friendly when Margate play Ramsgate, whether it's here at Hartsdown Park or down the road at Salford Stadium. Chris Sessignon there tussling with Lee Prescott.
Good
Jack Richards picking up play.
Porter in possession down this left flank, finds the feet of Reece Prestige. A little bit of space to carry the ball forward into. Looks for Luke Kerry, can't keep possession, and again Ramsgate looking dangerous on this counter-attack, but Reece Prestige covering well, using his experience to win possession back. Noel Leighton now in possession, plenty of space to run into, the Ramsgate defence backing off him.
Oh.
Little neat through ball, Luke Carey in possession with the shot, and that is well saved there from Brannon Daly. An excellent weighted pass there from Noel Leighton.
Yeah, Leighton laced it beautifully there, great play. The Margate attack looking really, really fluid when they orchestrate such moves, and another great save by the visiting goalkeeper. He's kept his side in it with a handful of smart saves as Margate look to test him a bit further with the corner. Jack Richards handed the responsibility of whipping this ball in.
Certainly difficult taking set pieces in these conditions. Richards not beating the first man there. Opportunity now 3-on-3, but Ramsgate elect to let the ball run out and push up the field.
Friend with the header, Jack Richards picking up possession. It really is tackle after tackle here. Great to see Leighton there picking up possession.
Difficult job for Leighton. We're up against two Ramsgate defenders. The Rams come away with possession. Look to get the ball up the field. Bit of space here. An excellent touch there from Wilson. Miller attacking down this left flank. 3 Margate players up against him. And in the end, he manages to win a throw-in.
Yeah, Ashley Miller, the former Gills youngster, they're doing very, very well, surrounded by 3 players, wins his team. Oh, I thought he might have won the foul, but no, it looks like it's a throw-in there. Margate packing into the corner. Roland on the ball. As Prestige looks to block the cross there, which the Gate have done quite well to their credit, limiting the number of crosses that the Rams can get in. And the ball is kept into play. And Margate again doing some really decent defending there. The whole shape of the team's looking really strong. As Prestige is on the ball, passes back to Richards, shakes off the challenge. Unfortunately, Carey just misreads it slightly.
Chapman now in possession, shooting from effort, again straight down the throat of new signing Mitchell Ware, goalkeeper who's formerly turned out at Ipswich youth team.
Yeah, I should probably say, not sure it's a signing, I think it might be a trialist as opposed to a signing there, one that Jay Saunders is keeping an eye on. His friend gets to the ball there. Ooh! High leg, according to referee Nick Dunn.
A few tasty challenges going in this game so far.
Those of you who wear blue will just think of that as a strong tackle, the will and desire to get to the ball first, but Nick Dunn saw otherwise, and friend there just watching the ball peter out as Margate again look organised and limiting Ramsgate, helping shield Ware in the Margate goal. It's still 1-1 here. I would say, I know people will probably accuse me a bit biased if you support Ramsgate, I would say Margate with the clearer cut chances and maybe Ramsgate edge in possession. What would your assessment be?
I would certainly say Margate have been on top here. With the win behind them, it's certainly been easier to keep possession. But Ramsgate, they're set up for, they've got a really good structure to the side, and they're set up for the counter-attack. And they've certainly been playing to their strengths, I think, here, Ramsgate.
Yeah, definitely. They look like a well-marshalled, well-drilled side. Made some impressive signings over the summer. Ryan Johnson coming from National League Southside Maidstone United. So dropping quite a few levels to come and play for Ramsgate. Lee Prescott making the switch from Ashford United as well. Johnson on the ball now, looking at his options, assessing, picks out Prescott. Through Roland, playing very centrally here as Roland charges towards goal. A bit too much time there, gets the shot away, but nothing too much for Ware to worry about. And let's read some of your messages. Thank you to everyone who has gotten in touch. Aaron Ayres, chilling out at home watching the local derby, Margate versus Ramsgate via YouTube. Thank you, Gate TV. Aaron, you are most welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Justin, up the gate. Somehow I failed to notice this was happening today. Sorry. No apologies needed, Justin. It's been a strange week in terms of, as everyone knows, with the government changes, but we were given the green light to put all the risk assessments in place as of Tuesday to allow 15% capacity. And a massive shout out to Peter Cove and the General Manager Denny Wilson for getting all that paperwork in order so that everyone can enjoy the football here at Hartsdown Park in a safe environment, and those of you at home can tune in as well. Helena, Rachel Thomas, good work by Margate TV, excellent coverage again, thank you very much, Helena. And Tony Tipple, relaxing on the sofa out of the wind. I'm a little bit envious of you there, Tony. It is very blowy here at Margate this afternoon for the Fanet Cup derby.
Certainly not impacting on the entertainment value of this game. Ramsgate again having an opportunity to get on the attack. Swift doing well to break up play with a tactical foul. Gives the opportunity for Margate to get back behind the ball.
We've probably got about 5 minutes left of this opening half between Margate and Ramsgate. You may even be able to pick up the sound just over the wind. Terry Scott, who is back in her natural habitat here at Hartsdown Park. Great to see Terry and a number of the loyal supporter base here at Margate FC. We've certainly missed you since March, and it's great to have you back here. And like we said at the very start, very fitting that it is the Thanet Derby that is the first game to be hosted here in front of a crowd since March. What a long 5 months it's been. Ramsgate enjoying a spell on the ball here as they look to play it long. Swift again with another strong header. His season ended early on in the last campaign due to injury, so brilliant to see him looking so fit, sharp and doing what he does best. Noel Leighton winning the foul there. Physical challenge by Ryan Johnson, and Leighton doing well, holding up on his own. It's a quite hard position.
Yeah,
leading the line as such.
Leighton does what he does well in terms of holding the ball up and drawing in those fouls. He didn't have much support up with him, and so winning a foul in such position manages to give Margate an opportunity to get on the attack with Moncur standing over this free kick. He opts to play it back to Swift. Bit of time here for Moncur on the ball. Plays it square to Friend with a bit of space to move into.
And probably a switch up now if we're seeing Ramsgate looking very organised, keeping a good shape, and Margate having to look at their options to be direct as Moncur tries to play into Richards. The ball comes back to Friend in the Margate defence, and it's an easy one for them to swoop up.
Really good battling there from Roland, but the centre half partnering of Swift and Friend dealt with the danger well there.
Do you know what, they are just such a good combination, Friend and Swifty. They've been playing together for a number of seasons now, and you just can't really underestimate how valuable it is for your centre backs to know each other, to understand how the other one works. So great to see them forming a really good combination for the Gate this season. Sess is very high up on the pitch now. Great to see him back as well.
Yeah, in terms of centre halves, at this level, very rarely do you see centre halves with such good defensive abilities, but also being so comfortable on the ball. They're integral to Margate's style of play, often building the attacks up from defence. And
they do contribute a goal or two, or so Liam Friend likes to tell me anyway, but Swifty scored a number of important goals for the Gate last season, and he was certainly missed towards the end. I think if you look at the stats of the number of clean sheets that Margate tend to keep when he's in the side, it's very impressive, and he is a very impressive young player who's worked with manager Jay Saunders for a number of years now. Clearly enjoys playing with him, and has all the potential probably to push further up the pyramid. Ramsgate with plenty of time on the ball, but Margate keeping their shape well, pressing the ball when needed, as Ramsgate manager Matt Longhurst gives his instruction to his side, asking for probably a bit more intensity, a bit more quickness in the passing play. But credit to Margate, they're managing to stifle out any attacking opportunities.
This first half starting to quieten down a little bit after an extremely entertaining end-to-end start. Margate, a little bit of danger there, but Prestige drops his shoulder and turns out of trouble well, and sprays the ball in a Zidane-esque fashion to Evans. Cut out there by new signing Gerald Abogier.
Great vision and great skill there from Prestige to do that. Not only does he do his defensive capabilities well, but yeah, he can pick out a pass or two, him and Moncur having them in the locker. As Kerry picks up possession out wide to Richards, who again adds such versatility to this Margate squad. He plays in Moncur. Can he hit it first time? The tackle comes challenging in. A bit of a heavy one there, the kind of tackle you would expect.
Yeah, strong challenge there from Jack McIntyre. I'm sure there was. Looks like Richards is down.
I think it's Moncur. Yeah, Moncur shaking off the challenge there. Don't think he's going to need any treatment, but yeah, welcome to the Thanet Derby, Freddie Moncur. Bruising tackle, but hopefully nothing too serious. Again, I think with every game Moncur is looking sharper and showcasing to Margate supporters here in the flesh, and you watching on the stream exactly why he was recruited by manager Jay Saunders.
Well, that is obviously an important game for the clubs here. The Isle of Thanet Cup is at stake. We are still in pre-season, and there is a responsibility for the players to be careful. And nobody wants to be picking up injuries at this stage of the season.
There's even a yellow card there for that challenge. Jake McIntyre, the new signing announced this morning, who signed again from Ashford, like fellow teammate Lee Prescott, in the book for that one. So that gives you an indication of the challenge itself.
Carey standing over this free kick, whipping it in with his left foot towards the back post. Can't quite find the blue head. It runs clear and straight out for a goal kick. And the referee blows his half-time whistle. It's 1-1 here at Hartsdown Park, and we'll be showing highlights from our previous fixtures during the half-time break. And Charlotte and I look forward to speaking to you again, bringing you the second half live here on Gate TV. Margate keeping possession really well. Much more lively start here from Margate compared to the start against Hythe. A deep cross into the box. That was really good ball there from Ufua. Freighter dropping deep to pick the ball up. Looks to play a long ball, can't quite catch it. Opportunity for the counter attack now for Sheppy. 20 yards out, strike, bottom corner, post, inside of the post and outside of the other post. Swifts look really sharp this morning, looking to really get the attack underway for Margate. Didn't quite happen there. Sheppy have been very sharp on the counter attack with an opportunity in the box now. Strike, first time. Bottom corner there from Billy Bennett. Excellent finish, 1-0 to Sheppey United. Swift really doing well there to switch the play down this left flank. Opportunity now for Richards to get a cross in, which he does. Looks towards Ufra, who can't quite get his head on the end of that. Driver now with the delivery towards his penalty spot. Headed clear. Evans follows it up, right foot shot. Excellent block there from Mundell. Really, really great battling here from Sheppey. Could have easily been 1-1 after that opportunity, and now score remaining at 1-0. The counter attack is on, but can't quite keep the ball in play. Sheppey attacking down this left flank. Excellent run from substitute Mafula. Really good pace, really good skill, and an even better finish. That's 2-0 to Sheppey United. An excellent goal there. Ball's come back. George Ufer on 20 yards out. Right foot effort. Crossbar and in. It's bounced back out. I saw it go in. So did the linesman. And Margate are off the mark for this pre-season. With an excellent strike there from John Ufa, with a big deflection, hitting the crossbar and going in. There are Kent bragging rights here. Both sides do want to get something out of this game. As you can see from Mafala's chasing down, does really well. Couple of good step overs. Looks for his teammate, can't find him, but incredible finish from a really tight angle. Throws his right foot at it on the half volley and finds the bottom corner. That's 3-1 to Sheppey, and a second goal for half-time substitute Mafala. Opportunity to cross, but that's headed clear. Still, the danger's not gone. Sheppey just on the edge of the Margate box, and an excellent effort. And that's it for tonight's game. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Lots of goals, 4-1 to Sheppey.
welcome back to Hartsdown Park for the Thanet Cup derby between Margate and Ramsgate. If you're just tuning in and you've missed the first half, where have you been? You've missed a cracking opening 45 minutes. The score is currently 1-1. And Eric, what we kind of hoped for in terms of a pre-season friendly?
It was certainly a lively start. So in the first minute, a goal for Ramsgate coming from Tom Chapman for the visitors, and then Connor Evans levelled for Margate only 2 minutes later. And for those who did miss those goals, please do hit the bell button on our Gate TV YouTube channel so you are alerted for when those highlights packages go live after the game.
The Margate 11 are back out on the pitch as Ramsgate are coming out in dribs and drabs, ready for this second half, all to play for over the next 45 minutes. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of changes with both managers looking at trialists still. Certainly in the case of manager Jay Saunders, there's a few that he wants to have another little look at today. Who will be taking the silverware home? Will it be staying here at Hartsdown Park, or will it be heading to Southwood Stadium? You will find out if you stick with us here on Gate TV. And thank you to those of you who have tuned in. Eric, we've had a number of really nice shout outs, people sending in their photos as well.
Yeah. We'll come to a few of those in a minute, but there's been a few questions about what happens if the score remains a draw at full time, and I'm informed that it goes straight to penalties. So we've got that to look forward to if the scores do remain level, but we certainly are most likely going to see more goals in this fixture if the first half and previous fixtures have anything to go by.
And looking back on that first half, Ramsgate have recruited very well over the summer, and that was clear to see in passages of play. But the Margate defence looking organised. A slight miscommunication between Jay Porter and Liam Friend led to the opening goal, but Margate responded really, really well. And from that point, relatively even, but would say that Brennan Daly in the Ramsgate goal had slightly more to do than his counterpart trialist Mitchell Ware, pulling off a handful of smart saves in the first half. And Margate will be looking to start brightly in this second period, but it's the Rams who are on the ball. Lee Prescott giving away possession to Reece Prestige, who feeds the ball to Noel Layton. Carey out wide to that man Connor Evans, who's looked very, very impressive as he whips the ball in, but it is cleared. Margate passing the ball around really nicely so far in this opening to the second half. Tackle comes in, foul given. Be interesting to see how Margate set out for this one. Will they look to play it quick, or maybe set something up? They look to play it quick.
Yeah, Margate kicking into the win this second half, so I suspect they're going to be looking to play a lot more football on the deck in this second half, whereas Ramsgate will certainly be looking to utilise the conditions for some quick counter-attacking football. Surprising decision there by the referee to give a goal kick. It certainly looked like Porter had won a corner there. Very,
very clearly a corner for Margate. But you know what? Officials have to have their pre-season too. This is an opportunity. We don't want too many mistakes, although it will be interesting to see on the highlights package a very, very strong penalty shout for the Gate in the opening half. Nothing given. We'll definitely take a little look back on that on Gate TV, as I'm sure maybe the referee himself, who was Sessignon, loses possession.
Opportunity there. Wilson, 6 yards out, shot, looks to slot it through goalkeeper Mitchell Ware's legs. The goalkeeper does excellently there to fall on the ball and holds on to it.
Yeah, interesting there. Prestige looking for the quick ball out, but Ware there for a youngster, showing a bit of composure, looking to slow the game down slightly and push his teammates forward and up the pitch. A smart save, probably his most productive so far this game. Hasn't been called to do too much so far, and hopefully that remains the case for the second half.
Yeah, as a trialist, Jay will be wanting to cast his eye over the former Ipswich youngster. He certainly has looked composed in what he has had to do so far this game, and I'm sure he's going to be put under the microscope in this second half by the Ramsgate attack.
And also as well, considering, you know, it's not nice when you're coming into a team you don't necessarily know everyone to concede so early on, so plaudits to the young man for shaking that off and doing well subsequently. Just a quick change to tell you about. Freddie Moncur was on the end of a rather strong challenge towards the end of the second half. He has taken off manager Jay Saunders, not wanting to make or take, I should say, any risks with him. And the signing from Whitstable, John Ufwa, comes on in his place, slotting into the Margate attack on the right-hand side.
Yeah, it looks like Richards has moved into a more central position, having started out on that right flank at the start of the game.
And talking about Jack Richards, he really does have such versatility to offer manager Jay Saunders. We saw him last Saturday playing in a bit of a number 10 role, playing slightly deeper alongside Prestige as Chris Sessignon looks to clear the danger, does so. Porter gets an important touch, but Ramsgate do pick up possession. Number 23 there switching feet quite well, the overlap on his right hand side, he ignores that, crosses that in, and that man Richards is there doing his defensive duties for the gate.
Danger's not gone for Margate. Margate's still on the attack. Wilson playing the ball out wide. Now from a Margate man, Lee Prescott with a bit of space, plays a ball along the deck into the 18 yards, and that is given for offside.
Again, really good organisation from the Margate defence there. And let's do a few more shout outs while we have this opportunity. Thank you to Leon, who is really enjoying the coverage this Saturday afternoon, watching from home, and a fantastic photo sent in to us by Richard Barrett. So excited to be able to watch the Fanet Cup live on YouTube in the comfort of my armchair in Cardiff. Thank you, Margate and Gate TV. Richard, you are most welcome. I hope you're enjoying the footage in Wales. And maybe you might be watching from abroad. This time last week we had viewers from the Philippines, from Marbella. If you are watching from abroad, do let us know, and local to home as well. This is a game that picks up a lot of interest from non-league fans. And if you pick up the non-league paper, you will see that today's match is a featured game. The non-league paper have sent some reporters down to the match. They're happily snapping away at today's game because it's a big game in non-league. Margate and Ramsgate have great history, so whenever these two sides combine, there's normally a good 90 minutes to follow. And
it's certainly lived up to expectations. A really lively affair with lots of opportunities on goal, lots of firm challenges going on. Both of these sides, players looking to get local bragging rights with a victory here, battling out for the Isle of Thanet Cup.
Yeah, I think definitely there's a slight edge to this game. Having watched last week, obviously Eric, you were here providing the coverage on Tuesday, a lot more intensity, and a number of the Margate players have been here for a few seasons now. They know all about what this game is about.
A cross there coming from Ben Wilson, didn't quite judge the conditions, and sails well wide and over the goal.
And to be fair, they are quite hard conditions to judge, even up here in the gantry, trying to get a clear view of the game with the wind. But it's all fun and games, and it is great to look around Hartsdown Park this afternoon and see 300 supporters able to enjoy football in a stadium for the first time since March. Great to have you here. Everything's been conducted with all the risk assessments in place so people can enjoy football in a safe environment once more. And hopefully, if all the plans go accordingly, next week the percentage capacity will increase to 30, and then we'll be able to have even more of you down here for our next home game against Dover Athletic on Saturday the 5th of September. What a great game that could be. The new signing, Gerald Aboye, holding his face there as Margate look to play it out, and now the player will receive treatment. Just needing a bit of water to shake that one off, and it gives the opportunity for a couple of the Margate players as well to take a bit of refreshment on board. All minutes under the belt here.
Again, although it's a cup game, it is a pre-season friendly, and minutes matter for these players, working hard to get a bit of match fitness going. It feels like we are edging towards the start of the season. There was a bit of uncertainty about when we would get underway, and so speaking to manager Jay Saunders, he was saying that without a fixed start date, he didn't want to push his players too hard, but it certainly sounds like the league and the FA are working towards a start date in September, and it certainly gives Jay Saunders and his team an opportunity to really push on and get to those high levels of fitness now.
Yeah, it really is the sort of strangest of circumstances for managers to have to deal with. There are proposed start dates, but even with those there are a number of caveats that supporters might not be aware of. But fingers crossed, we will be kicking off with competitive football in September with crowds of 30% at least.
Yeah, and I think a major step was having fans coming back into the grounds, and we see that here today and at non-league grounds across the country with other fixtures. I think the movement, Let Fans In, was a really vocal campaign to get the lifeblood of non-league football back into stadiums, the supporters, and it's really good to see here with our full capacity of allocation being quickly snapped up as soon as it was announced.
It's really good, and although we say it feels like a sense of normality, it is obviously quite strange because supporters can't chant and sing, whereas normally, especially for the Thanet derby, we know supporters would be making plenty of noise. Terry Scott's drum is still not allowed back at Hartsdown Park. Maybe we need to start a separate campaign for that. Whenever live music's allowed back, Terry, we're going to need you and your drum. And I'd say probably Ramsgate enjoying the Lions' share of possession to the start of this half as they look to get the game's next goal. Noel Leighton picking up possession. Quick feet there, finding his teammate Evans on the left-hand side. Great direct play there.
Good covering from Abagui, but Margate still in possession. Opportunity here with Prestige in possession. Whips a ball into the 18-yard box. Leighton brings it down well. Substitute John Ufer in space. Shot, and it stings the fingertips of goalkeeper Brennan Daly, who picks it up at a second attempt with Leighton sniffing for any rebounds.
Yeah, Leighton will be desperate to get on that score sheet. And just as I'd said how quiet it was, we can hear the drum. Swifty there, making another important defensive header. Ramsgate get the throw in. Liam Friend shouting out instructions. Important for Margate to keep their concentration and their discipline in defence as Evans drops back to do his defensive work. Miller making the run, but it looks like the ball is going to go out of play. That wind, really, we cannot say as many times how much of a factor it is. Not sure how Ramsgate are looking for the corner there, but give it a go.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Looks like Ramsgate are looking to play through the lines. As I said earlier, that so far this pre-season, they've certainly dominated attacks through counter-attack play, and that's where they've had a lot of their success. Margate's sitting in well here with a good strong formation. Ramsgate just trying to pick their way through.
Prescott on the ball there for the gate. Reece Prestige again, what a shift he's putting in today. I think you can even see his fitness picking up as he's on the ball. Margate charge forward, he picks out Evans.
Down his left flank, shot. Another really good save there from goalkeeper Brennan Daly. He's been really busy this game and he's done really well. He looks like he might have taken a bit of a knock keeping that one out, falling into the post potentially.
Landed a bit awkwardly there, and that will not be a good sign for the Rams. He has been a standout performer for them. Probably, I mean, obviously it'd be interesting to hear from Ramsgate supporters, but given their pre-season so far, it's not surprising to see how many clean sheets they've kept with a goalkeeper who's shown to us, certainly, he looks like one to watch.
Yeah, he's certainly performed really well today. I can see substitute goalkeeper on the bench here, Ed Harvey, is warming up just in case the Daly's not able to continue, but he's back on his feet and has to face this corner.
I'm sure Margate will be looking to put a lot of pressure on him after getting that knock. Can they force another save, or can they even do better and get a second? It looks like it should be going up for a goal kick. Noel Leighton not happy with that. I think he wanted the corner there as Jay Saunders makes another change. It looks like Fortune Masamala might be coming on in place of Leighton, or whether they're having a little switch around, we will soon see. It could be number 10 Luke Carey. It looks like it is. And a good performance from Carey. I thought he really kind of supplemented and worked well with Leighton and caused a few problems.
Yeah, he did perform particularly well today in today's game. Started really lively, and it was his shot that got rebounded off the goalkeeper for Evans to slot away for Margate's goal. And I think that Jay Saunders would be particularly impressed with his performance in today's game. Daly electing to kick long. Porter now in possession, clears his lines well. Prestige looking to win possession back, but Ramsgate battered him well. Opportunity for the crossing. Expertly brought down by number 10 Ashley Miller there, turned on a sixpence, swung his left foot at it, couldn't quite angle the shot at goal, and the ball sails just over the crossbar.
And as we can see now, manager Jay Saunders having a good long old chat with Luke Carey, and I think that is again one of the assets that Jay brings as a manager, bringing young players through, having a word or two with the youngster there, feeding some advice. And who better to play under, really? Jay has mentored a number of great young players, many of whom are in the Margate lineup today, the likes of Ben Swift, Jack Richards, having played for Saunders at the Maidstone United Academy. Richards on the ball now, plays out to Chris Sessignon in the Margate starting 11 today. A real bonus for Margate supporters to see him featuring in a Blues shirt.
Yeah, I wonder if Jay Saunders saw his tweet, him saying he was bored at home looking for a club. It looks like Jay answered that call, and he's brought Sess back into the side, which I'm sure a lot of Margate fans will be delighted about seeing.
Well, it's all part and parcel, isn't it, of pre-season negotiations, and a lot of players come and travel from far away and not necessarily knowing what the restrictions would be. It's made negotiations probably slightly more difficult, but it's great to see Sess back here at Hartsdown Park, and he's done really, really well. I mean, he's probably been keeping himself fit. I don't think he's played any minutes for any other club, but he's slotted back in to the defensive formation here. It's your home, Sess. Stay. And then just a final, well, not a final shout out, hopefully we'll get some more. Stuart, who's been banished to the bedroom to watch the Thanet derby. Not every household necessarily wanting to tune in, but a massive thank you to those of you who have, those of you who are maybe just non-league fans tuning in as a game for the neutral. If you're not aware, this is a massive, massive game in this neck of the woods in Kent. The rivalry between Ramsgate and Margate is everlasting. It's normally probably a bit more of a bad-tempered affair, but things have been relatively cordial, but there's still many minutes to go here as Jack Richards finds Connor Evans. Evans out to Ufa on the right-hand side. He changes feet, looking to get a ball in. Oh dear, not enough to really test the Ramsgate defence, but Margate keeping that pressure up.
Substitute Musmala crossing, blocked. He's got a second attempt at this now. Good feet from him, but even better defending there for the Ramsgate number 2. Opportunity for Margate here with a throw in deep in the Ramsgate half. Now,
isn't this a picture of pre-season? The cramp getting stretched out there. Just maybe a sign of how hard worked the Ramsgate new signing is.
I do wonder, Gerald Abigail, a new signing, and has he had a pre-season so far? Not so sure. He's certainly feeling a bit of pain in his hamstring there. His teammate very kindly helping him. For those who may not have heard, if the score does remain a draw at the full-time whistle, we will be going straight into penalties. There will be a side that will be lifting the Thanet Cup in today's game.
It makes you wonder, have the boys been practicing their penalties over the summer? Maybe we'll find out, or maybe it will be settled over the 90 minutes. All to tune in for here on Gate TV. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, because our intentions are to carry on showcasing these games, because we are aware as well that many supporters still can't do the travel in. The London branch, we know, have been tuning into every game. A massive shout out to them. Thank you so much for your continued support. It really does mean a lot. And also to a number of supporters, for whatever reason, who are still needing to shield. We hope that bringing you this footage is helpful because it is a massive psychological boost. I mean, being here last week and watching a football game, I was in such a good mood after. It's such a big part of our lives going to watch football games. So hopefully this coverage is putting a smile on your face, and probably an even bigger smile if the Gate can win this one and keep the silverware at Hartsdown Park for another season. We will see. The new signing there still getting a little bit of treatment, maybe more than just the cramp, a slight knock there. It gives the players an opportunity to have a little chat amongst themselves. We can see Reece Prestige and Jack Richards exchanging, Jamie Coyle talking to Jay Porter, and manager Saunders talking away there to John Ufwa, giving him some instructions. I think when Jay signed John, and we had a quick chat about the signing, Jay spoke about what an exciting player he is, how he offered his squad something a little bit different, and having spoken again to Whitstable Town fans, the side we're travelling to on Tuesday, they spoke so highly of his potential. So a few little coaching tips there as he looks to make his mark on this Fanet Cup game.
He certainly is an exciting player, and he scored a really good goal against Sheffield United in the week as well, taking a shot from distance. Now Masmala crossing in dangerously. It's cut out well as the wind picks up even more here at Hartsdown Park.
It seems every time the Gate do look to make an attack, the wind just surges up. But we're still here as Liam Friend gets on the end of the clearance there by Webb, but hopefully Margate can recover quickly.
Good communication there from goalkeeper Mitchell Ware after an initial clearance that was kicked straight at a Ramsgate player, putting the Gate in a little bit of danger there, but that danger's averted now.
The ball launched into the Ramsgate half as Luke Carey again picks up possession. He is so useful at that, a really quick player. Turns up the tempo as Reece Prestige looks to be fouled by Roland there. Matt Longhurst not happy there. Not happy with that decision, but it looked like a pretty fair one to me. Prestige again using that experience to draw out the foul, giving his side possession as Leighton's on the ball. Lovely ball into Carey. Can he get the touch? Oh, they've done it! That man in the right place.
Connor Evans there, getting slotted through, and he finishes with aplomb in the bottom corner past the advancing goalkeeper Brandon Davey. An excellent pass there from Leighton. Margate take the lead 2-1 to the Gate.
Lovely pass there by Leighton. We saw him pull off a similar move in the first half. The vision to pick out the pass, Leighton it in between the Ramsgate defence, and Evans with the finish. Apologies there.
His second goal of the game. He certainly looked lively. He's a very exciting player in attack, and a very calm head. Excellent finish there, slotting it into the bottom corner.
I think sometimes when you almost have that amount of time to think about it, it's sometimes a little bit harder. It's a hard thing to pull off, but no, coolly converting in front of the Margate fans who are jubilant to see their team nudge ahead, but it's quick. Got to be concentrating here, not lackadaisical on the defending duties as Jay Porter sees the ball. Mitchell Ware picking it up, and he will take his time. A very important couple of minutes for the Gate after that.
Yeah, it looks like Evans is playing a bit more of a central role now after starting the game out on the left, and there's no better way to impress a new manager at a new club than scoring goals, and he's got 2 here today.
Yeah, an astute tactical move there by Jay Saunders and his coaching staff, and it's great to see Leighton and Evans. I keep double checking myself now, guys, apologies for that. I don't want to get Luke Carey and Connor Evans mixed up anymore, though the only excuse I can have is that they have mildly similar hairdos, but apart from that, very, very poor from me there.
And both new to the club.
Exactly, some new faces.
It was really nice to see Leighton finding the space between the lines there. He just drops in, nice little turn, and a beautifully slotted pass through to Evans to finish.
He works so hard for the team there and does that job so well in terms of feeding other players and turning provider as well as scorer. I'm sure he will be wanting to get on the score sheet himself, but that is a more than valid contribution and a great goal. Whether it will turn out to be the winner or not is still to be decided. The Rams are going to want to get an equaliser and they're going to want to get it soon. Manager Matt Longhurst not sounding too happy on the sidelines as he barks some instructions.
I think they're going to have to make a change here. New signing Gerald Abagir down again, getting some treatment from the physio. It doesn't look like he's recovered from the previous time he was down, and it looks like Ramsgate are ready in a substitute. And we've got
Henry Arnold, is it coming on? Number 17.
We haven't got a number 17.
We haven't got a number 17. It's all part and parcel of the pre-season, isn't it? Try and keep up with shirt numbers in pre-season when there's so many trialists.
Any Ramsgate fan, if you can tell us who's coming on, number 17 on the chat, we'll certainly update the other viewers.
Another opportunity now for players to take aboard some water, to stretch out. It is windy here at Hartsdown Park, but the sun is shining down on us here as football returns for supporters. Great to see the 300 capacity sold out. Tickets will probably go on sale, I imagine, very shortly for the Dover game. Do be quick to snap them up. I know there was a number of supporters who were hoping to come down today, but the tickets were all sold out. You've got to snap these things up early. There's plenty of demand for non-league football, and I really hope this is an opportunity, whilst we're still unsure about what's happening with the Football League, for football fans to go and support their local non-league team. It's been really, really difficult. If you think of the turnstiles just coming to a close in March, no income generation. Leighton picks up possession.
A bit of a tussle here. Bit of a tussle. I think Leighton got pulled back to the ground there as both players were on the floor. Chapman and Leighton's tempers flaring, but it looks like it was, as you say, Charlotte, just handbags.
Yeah.
And I think heads are cooled down a little bit, but it's great to see so much passion here for the Thanet Derby and the annual Thanet Cup.
We did say that relations had been quite cordial in this game. You're always going to have a little something like that, but nothing too much. I think I said it in last week's commentary. Noel Leighton is a player who wears his heart on his sleeve, and he uses that aggression really productively as well. And yeah, just maybe a slightly aggressive little cuddle, we'll call it, as play resumes.
Yeah, Leighton certainly is one of those traditional number 9 centre forwards. Wears his heart on his sleeve, gets stuck in, and he creates a lot of opportunities for the side and the players around him, like he did for that assist there for Evans when he slotted him through, with Evans finishing from 8 yards out.
I think one thing to say about the Margate squad that has been assembled is how much they love playing under manager Jay Saunders. And if you look at the likes of Leighton, of Jack Richards, they perform a number of different roles for the manager, and that versatility is so important. And when competitive play does resume, being able to tinker with your formation, knowing that your players can pull off what you're asking of them tactically is really important, as Jay Porter there again reads play so well. Doesn't see the man behind him there. I think there's a few players slightly struggling in the Ramsgate team now. I'm not going to have any excuses of the old 3G pitch, so I don't want any comments about them.
Surprised not to have seen any mass changes by manager Matt Longhurst yet. He's certainly got quite a few players sitting on the bench ready to come on if needs be.
When we spoke to manager Jay Saunders last week, he did pick out this game as being an opportunity to be a bit more consistent with the team, and I think it is that transition for managers, isn't it, of giving their players minutes whilst managing any injuries, building that tempo up a little bit more. And I think we've already seen, really, particularly with the back four, Reece Prestige, I imagine we'll probably get 90 today if possible. You just begin to see that team settle a little bit more. Sometimes as supporters we can be really impatient, can't we? But I think certainly from my perspective up here, it feels like there are certain mini departments, I suppose, within the starting 11 that are beginning to gel, which is exactly what you want to see. Lots of combinations, players' understanding is definitely building, isn't it, Eric?
Yes, it certainly is, and certainly the minutes under the belt is taking effect for a lot of the Margate players as well. You can see a lot more energy from some of the players out there, and I think the Thanet Cup is a really important milestone in the pre-season calendar, because it really does invigorate the passions of the players, and it does certainly mean a lot and it certainly feels more like a cup game than a pre-season friendly, and hopefully we can see the Gate push on with a victory here and then followed up with the remaining pre-season friendlies.
I think one of the other things as well to talk about is decision making, and we talk about fitness and stamina and tempo, but making the right decision under pressure again is a skill that you have to kind of get back into the swing of, and I definitely can see vast improvements from when I was here last Saturday, which is really encouraging to see.
Yeah, it's great to have football back. It's been a long break. It was a long 5 months since the season got halted due to the pandemic, and opportunity here with this time Evans winning the ball back and Leighton playing the ball out wide to Ufo, who crosses and it's blocked and goes behind for a corner. But as I was saying, Charlotte, with the season halting back in March, both of these sides were not in positions in the league table where they would have been, like to be. Ramsgate battling in the relegation zone, and Margate in mid-table, having been pre-season favourites at the start of the season. Margate, what do you think Jay and his side should be looking for this forthcoming campaign?
It's such a hard one to call, really. I think Jay's managed to keep a solid group together there. Recruiting a goalkeeper will be absolutely crucial, and as Margate supporters will know, sometimes it's been a bit of a chop and change position, but having that consistency will be really important. And obviously replacing the sort of like magical players like Cadell Daniels is a huge task, so kind of spreading out.
Volley! And Prestige on the volley, 18 yards out, smashes the ball past goalkeeper Daly. What a goal, Prestige.
I'm really pleased to see Reece Prestige get a goal. I've been singing his praises throughout this game. I think he's been a real star performer for me. I've spoken all about his defensive credentials, how he uses his experience and manages it really, really well. What a sweet volley for a crowd of Ramsgate bodies to extend Margate's lead. And you know what, the Gate have really come out this half. I was thinking just in that attacking move, what a shame it was that Leighton went for the pass out to the right, whether he could have been more direct and central, but credit where it's due, they got the corner, Prestige in the right place, and great skill. Really, really good to see.
Yeah, great technique there from Reece Prestige. He watched that ball all the way onto his laces, head over, and with pace finds the corner of the net. And Ramsgate having an opportunity there, not quite able to capitalise there. Margate 3-1 up.
Yeah, and those of you that were questioning when Margate would score a goal, they've obviously been storing them up for today's game. But no, on a serious note, I joke, but it's all about building confidence at this stage, and we talk about how important managing that pre-season process is, building the fixtures up. I definitely think we've seen more from the Margate team today in terms of that competitive edge, bringing that tempo, decision making, and apart from the blip of the goal itself, I think the Margate back four deserve a pat on the back for their endeavours today. I can't really think of goalkeeper Mitchell Ware having to make too many great saves, whereas opposed to Brannon Day in the Ramsgate goal, who's made several. As the ball does come in here,
Daly looking to get an assist there as well as making the saves today, but that was well read by goalkeeper Mitchell Ware. But just going back to Reece Prestige's goal, even before the goal I was thinking that he looked really sharp today, and he was really pulling the strings in the centre of the park.
And Margate just needing to keep these standards up in the final few phases. Connor Evans on the ball there. What an engine he looks like he's got, by the way. No signs of tiring from him. Or the Margate team as a whole, I would say, really. Unfortunately there, the ball given away by Ufua. But what a player Connor Evans looks to be. Scored the brace for the Gate this afternoon. And it will be interesting to see the work rate carry on for the Gate. They can't be complacent against this Ramsgate team. They're simply too good. They have got a lot of quality. They've scored a lot of goals in this pre-season. So don't know if he said there's still a lot of time left to be played here.
Yep, certainly with these conditions you can't rest for a moment. As you can see, Ramsgate attacking down this left flank. The wind carrying the ball out for a goal kick.
Mitchell Ware taking on some refreshments there at a very convenient time. Good bit of sportsmanship there as the Ramsgate contingent throw the ball back onto the pitch. Great to have the Ramsgate supporters here as well to contribute to that Derby Day feel. For those of you who may be tuning in who don't know too much about the history of this game, there is some silverware up for grabs. It's a fixture that takes place every pre-season. The venue switches. Last year we were at the Southwood Stadium, where the Gates were 3-2 victors in the pouring rain. The score currently 3-1 here at Hartsdown Park. It's a game that Margate and Ramsgate supporters look forward to, which is why our capacity sold out so quickly.
Opportunity now with John Hooper attacking down the right flank. He's got Evans ahead of him, who he finds, but can't quite link up with him. Unfortunate there. Margate with a real good opportunity there to further advance their lead.
I think it's really good to see those combinations in attack come into fruition a little bit more. Potentially one of the criticisms last week was you didn't necessarily know where a goal might be coming from, but it's obviously something that Jay and the team have been working on in training around these fixtures as well. Yeah,
I agree with that. It looked like of the other fixtures, Leighton looked a bit isolated up front on his own, so Jay and the management team have tinkered with the formation, and we're seeing the midfield players getting forward a lot more to support the striker.
Sorry there, you hear me saying never, but little knock there. I should be more sympathetic, shouldn't I? It's that blue blood that runs in my veins, unfortunately. It comes out in commentary every hour, and then we do try and remain as neutral and as fair as possible. But one thing I will say, credit to both teams, it's been a great encounter to enjoy, and maybe you're a neutral tuned in this afternoon. What have you made of the game so far? Do let us know. You can comment on the page itself. I can see plenty of conversations happening, but also across our social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, we're there.
Good football. Margate playing out from the back.
Leighton pushing up there, doing plenty of running off the ball as Ramsgate bring it out from the back, looking at their options. But again, that Margate shape looking really quite decent and strong right now. Jack Richards piling on the pressure as the ball goes out of play. Again, just looking really organised as a unit, Margate here. Lots of players taking up accountability, offering leadership in their parts of the pitch, and generally a job well done at the moment. But again, we make that point, we've got to keep it up right until the 90th minute, which is all part of what pre-season is about.
Yeah, bit of space here for Mismalo, who looks to put a cross in. It's blocked and cleared by Ramsgate. Ramsgate looking to get back in this game, trailing 3-1. 2 goals from Connor Evans and sublime volley from Reece Prestige, giving the 3 goals to Margate.
George Stannard coming on in place of Chris Sessignon there. Great to see him back in a Margate shirt, and a really, really solid display in the right back position. Comes off with a smile on his face, which I think is probably one of the most important things when you play football. Great to have you back, Sess. I know a lot of supporters tuned in this afternoon are glad to have seen you play in a Margate shirt.
Prestige crosses towards the 18-yard box, gets caught up in the wind. Ramsgate able to clear.
Goodness me, this wind is picking up again as Jonathan is on the right flank. Let's see a direct run from him. Let's see what he's got to offer. Looks for the cross, has a stumble, manages to pick up possession still, looking for a bit of support from Stannard. He's getting his first touches on today's game, gets the ball in.
Mismalo, 18 yards out, slashes at the ball, can't quite catch it, and just misses the target.
A scuffed effort there, but more positive displays from the Gate as Ramsgate play it out short, unsurprisingly, because the wind is picking up every long pass here. Swifty again using his positioning really, really well. I think him and Friend have done a good job thus far keeping Rowland quiet. He's a very significant player as they build an attack.
Opportunity there for Chapman, but good defending. Ramsgate now with an opportunity from a corner.
If this wind wants to take a little rest, that would be much appreciated up here in the gantry.
Yeah, really.
We've got a great view, but it doesn't sometimes help when there's a swift of hair right in the eye line.
Really difficult conditions for goalkeepers. You can see there must be about 15 or so players in that 6-yard box, all piling the pressure onto goalkeeper Mitchell Ware. Excellent delivery just under the crossbar, and really good header away there from Friend. An opportunity again for a corner from the other side, this time for Ramsgate.
Yeah, you can see the Ramsgate players were all around Mitchell Ware. They're trying to put off the goalkeeper, because again this wind is so unpredictable for every corner. You just don't know quite where it might land. So a good test for the Margate defence right now.
The Ramsgate players are starting from the penalty spot this time. We're getting a bit of a run up on this corner, cross to the back post and crosses all the way out. Margate can breathe a sigh of relief and take a few moments to push up the pitch and take this goal kick.
I'm sure we will see now, as we enter the final phases of today's pre-season game, a few more substitutions from both sets of managers. A few trialists and a few signees getting more minutes, as Ramsgate do indeed make a number of changes. Lee Prescott, one of them, coming off. Great to see him back here at Hartsdown Park, and I'm sure he is going to be a vital player, a machine in the heart of the midfield for Ramsgate.
Yeah, we've got 3 changes going on here. So we've got Will Thomas, Henry Arnold and Tyrell Mitford coming on.
It's gotten so windy, it's actually a little bit nippy, so the jumper's coming on in August. If I can get it on.
Mitchell Ware kicking into the wind. It sort of hits a brick wall and shoots up in the air. Smiler took a bit of a bash on the head there. He seems to be a little bit shaken by that, but hopefully he'll be okay.
Nice to see so many of your messages celebrating that third goal. Stuart saying get in. Philip as well saying this is much more like the Margate we're used to seeing. It takes a while. That is the thing about pre-season. Different formations get tried, different combinations. It takes a little while sometimes to get together. And if you want to read up on the report from today, pick up the non-league paper tomorrow. We are one of their star matches today, which is nice.
Certainly lots of entertainment to write about in that report. Opportunity now for Margate. Musmala picking up possession. Danger's not fully cleared, with Ufa on the right wing, finds Stannard. Richards crossing from a central position. Leighton lets it run. Musmala with an opportunity here. Lashes at the opportunity on his left foot. It gets blocked and goes behind for a Margate corner.
Yeah, you can never be quite sure where that ball's going to end up there. Ryan Johnson sticking his leg out and it just goes inches wide. Another good opportunity now for Margate to put into practice some of the work on the training ground, as it looks like Jack Richards is going to be placed by the youngster George Wilkinson. And just a quick word on George, he's a product of the youth system here at Margate, which again can't be sort of over-egged enough really, how important it is to offer a platform for young players.
Evans with a corner. Goalkeeper comes, misses and is able to collect at the second attempt. Ramsgate looking to get a counter-attack underway. Unfortunately for Daly, he can't quite catch that clearance cleanly and puts it out for a Margate throw near the halfway line.
It'd be great to see how the young man gets on there. I think he's impressed and been involved with Margate for a number of years, and I'm sure any of you tuned in who are involved with our youth teams will be very proud to see him. He featured on a number of occasions, and it can only be a massive benefit to make that step into senior football. It is a big step, but he'll only get better and better with the more minutes he's given by manager Jay Saunders.
Yeah, to get minutes in games like this where the result does matter to the teams is a really good development opportunity for players like Wilkinson. Good clearance here by Daly, an opportunity for Ramsgate down this left flank. 18 yards out, ball's cut back to Miller, who shoots. A delightful effort, curling into the wind. It's game on. Second goal for Ramsgate. It's 3-2 with 8 minutes remaining here at Hartsdown Park.
Yeah, really unfortunate slip by Stannard there, and Miller given plenty of time, and space on the edge of the box to pick his spot. We do have 2 footballs on the pitch right now, but I don't think the referee has spotted that. Jubilation for the Ramsgate team as they get that second to make it a very interesting end. We predicted it. We said it wouldn't be over until the 90 was done, but the ball goes out of play there. Lovely finish, wasn't it, Eric?
It certainly was. We've been treated with some delightful goals today, and you've got the opportunity to watch them again or catch any that you've missed with our highlights reel that will be released on our YouTube channel after this game. Please do hit the bell button so you are notified when that goes live. And like last season, Margate are in front by the odd goal in 5 again.
We hoped for goals, and we've certainly got them, and goals of good quality there as well, although Margate will probably be disappointed. An unfortunate slip granting Ashley Miller more time than he, or certainly manager Jay Saunders, would have wanted him to have in such a dangerous position.
It's a real psychological test here for the gate now. There's a few minutes remaining, and they haven't got that 2-goal cushion anymore, 1 goal being the difference, and it's really going to test the resolve of the Margate players here. Will they be looking for another goal to get that cushion back, or just hold out to keep this 1-0 lead, this 1-goal lead?
Slightly naive positioning there by the Margate substitution with the pull on the shirt. Easy decision for manager Nick Dunn to make. As Prestige is on the ball again, but can we get a touch? No, unfortunately it goes out for a Ramsgate throw-in, and Ramsgate have certainly got the bit between their teeth now. They've turned up their own intensity a notch, and their substitutions again will be looking to make a difference. Evans on the ball, Prestige looking to play it down the channels, giving Masamala something to run onto. Ryan Johnson plays it back to the goalkeeper, Noel Leighton. The keeper can't pick it up, so what can Leighton produce? Yes, that's exactly what Margate will be wanting, to keep this intensity up.
John Ufer with an opportunity from 20 yards out, similar position to the goal he scored at Sheppey, this time blocked by the Ramsgate defence. Wilkinson in possession now, looking very calm and composed in possession, looking to thread a ball through to Leighton, which he does, but he just can't quite nick that, and Ramsgate are able to bring the ball out. And there it is, the final whistle is blown, and Margate retain the Thanet Cup, winning here at Hartsdown Park 3-2. What a game!
Oh, Eric, I'm absolutely delighted for everyone involved with Margate Football Club. And the silverware is going to stay at Hartsdown Park. The scoreline, the same as this time last season. A brace by Connor Evans and a delightful finish from Reece Prestige, proving the difference there. A great afternoon for this football club. Fantastic to have supporters back in the ground to witness it, as the silverware will be making its way out. Unfortunately, we can't do too much celebrating. There are still a number of different protocols. But you know what? What a great feeling to have won the Thanet Cup. It's staying here at Hartsdown Park.
Yep. Great performance. I think the management side here at Margate and the players are going to be really happy with their performances. You can see that the pre-season is paying off with the fitness levels and the energy, and certainly a game like this really brings the passion out of the players. Charlotte, have you got a man of the match who you want to announce?
Well, do you know what? Overall, I would say I think it's been a really, really productive afternoon. Signs of improvement, I would say, across the whole lineup. I think I'm going to have to give it to the match winner, Reece Prestige, who I'm going to try and grab for an interview for Margate fans. I thought his work rate, his leadership, and the finish as well was fantastic. But overall, a good performance. And Eric, who would you pick out?
Yeah, even before his goal, I was going to say Reece Prestige, and then with that sublime volley, 20 yards out, lashing it into the goal straight from a corner. What a goal that was!
And yeah, as we can see, Eric, groundsman, it's obviously all down to him. It was his team talk. Comes on with the silverware. We don't need those red ribbons. Why do we need to buy them for? It's blue for another year. The Thanet Trophy, Thanet Cup, it has many different names. it's staying at Hartsdown Park as manager Jay Saunders leads the debrief. I think he'll be a happy manager. Certainly Kitman Allen is absolutely delighted. We know how much this fixture means to you as Margate supporters. We're really sorry we can't have all of you here at the ground. We're still at 15% capacity, but hopefully bringing you the coverage from Gate TV has helped. We'll see the trophy be presented, I'm sure. Photographer Kevin Oakley is down there snapping away. You can catch all the photos on our Facebook page. A really great afternoon, a pleasure to be a part of, a pleasure to have your company as well. We'll try and grab a few players, we'll try and grab the manager to get their thoughts. And it's a little break for us, isn't it, in terms of Gate TV. We have a few away trips coming up, Whitstable next, and the boys will be going into that, probably buoyed by today's result. We know that results don't matter too much, but it's never nice losing football games. So to win today's against a very decent Ramsgate side, by the way, they do look a good outfit and prospect for next season, don't they?
They certainly do. Credit to Ramsgate players and management team, and also credit to Ramsgate supporters as well. We had 100 of their fans coming down, many of those tickets given to their youth team side players, and they certainly made their presence felt here today. And even though they don't go away with the Thanet Trophy, they certainly got to come here to Hartsdown Park and witness a great entertaining game of football.
And if you are tuned in, do let us know your thoughts. Let's celebrate this win if you're a Margate fan, and if you're a Ramsgate fan as well. What did you make of your side's performance today? What are your hopes and aspirations for the rest of the season, or predictions even, because we are edging towards September and the start of a competitive season. That trophy is waiting, isn't it, to be presented, but manager Jay Saunders is talking to his team, and as well as the ultimate positives, there'll still be a number of things that he'll want to work on still as the Gate intensify their preparations for the start of the season, which we hope will be in September. Oh, to be a fly on the wall, unfortunately we can't can't quite hear what Jay is saying to his team. Yeah,
but the side can certainly take a lot of positives into their forthcoming games. As you often hear, pre-season matches, people say results don't matter, but I feel that today's performance with a win really created a bit of a boost. The side has struggled for goals so far this season, with only one goal in their first three fixtures. We got three here today against very strong opposition, Ramsgate, who've had some really good results so far.
They've not conceded a lot of goals either. So I think that was probably one of the biggest improvements, was the fluidity of attacking movements and signings, getting used to playing alongside each other. And let's read out a couple of your messages as well. Stuart saying the Thanet Cup stays at home, a much better performance today. Evans had another good game. First trophy of the season, says Helena Rachel. You will hear the crowd clapping as the presentation is made to Captain Ben Swift, who picks up the trophy on behalf of the Margate team for the second consecutive season. The boys coming together now. It is a game that means a lot, and how great to see them alongside each other. They worked hard and they get their just rewards. The trophy is staying. Where's the champagne when we need it? The trophy is staying here at Hartsdown Park.
Please stay with us here on Gate TV. We'll certainly be looking to get some reactions from players and management.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what manager Jay Saunders made of that, as he kind of confers with Craig Holloway and Jamie Coyle. And between those three as well, a great skill-based, knowledge-based, tactical awareness between the three of them. They will be really, really keen to build upon this result, as it's so lovely to see the Margate players go and applaud the supporters who have stayed here till the very, very end. Being no doubt about it, these players know how important this fixture is. They know how important keeping this trophy was, and they know what an important part supporters play in non-league football as a whole. We can't have all of you here. Hopefully soon we will be able to. But in the meantime, do subscribe to the channel. You'll be the first to be notified. Thank you to Smile and Wave is the handle on Twitter, who says thanks for the coverage. Really enjoyed that here in Scunthorpe. You're really welcome. It's our absolute pleasure to bring this coverage to you. We miss a lot of you supporters. We wish we could have more of you here. And also Guy and Ballum, good win, and thanks for the live stream and the highlights after the match. Whilst Sinar Albi has literally just put the clapping emojis and the trophy emojis. Need we say any more than that? The Isle of Thanet trophy is here to stay at Hartsdown Park for another year as Margate beat local rivals Ramsgate 3-2, the exact same scoreline of the last time these two teams played against each other. Different bunch of players, some new faces gelling really well with some old faces, and plenty of positives for manager Jay Saunders to take away. We are going to try and talk to him. We'll see if we can get the match run of Reece Prestige up here on the gantry. It is blowy up here and after 90 minutes it might take Reece a couple of minutes to come and join. We'll try and give you as much reaction as possible, and do get in contact as well. Who was your player of the match? What are your thoughts after that 90 minutes? We didn't need the penalties in the end. Margate did the business. 3-2 victors. A sweet volley from Reece Prestige, proving the match winner. A great one to watch on replay when the highlights come out as well. Do subscribe to Gate TV to make sure that you get notified first and foremost. Manager Jay Saunders is still on the pitch. We're going to have to do our best to bring him up. And we've got Liam Friend, ex-Ramsgate, dare we say, but you've always been a blue. We are live on Gate TV, Liam. Firstly, how pleased are you?
Yeah, it's nice. Definitely, yes. I think I didn't play in it last year for them, so that's amazing.
Always on the winning team.
Yeah, always on the winning team. No, it's nice to have some fans in. Obviously, even their fans made some noise and things like that. It felt like a proper game of football. So yeah, the other thing is, even though there was sort of pre-season minutes and things like that, without any fans in it, it doesn't quite seem like a normal game. So yeah, it's nice to have got the game going.
And another 5-goal free. We go right back to the start. It wasn't the best of starts. No. Slight kind of communication error there, but those are the kind of things you iron out in pre-season. But overall, the back line, you guys know each other really well, and it was a pretty solid 90 minutes. Did you feel like you're kind of getting into that match tempo now?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up about the first goal. Yeah, we were getting there. I thought over the whole 90, I thought we was quite solid, but yeah, two sort of mistakes which give them their two chances. And to be honest, the second goal was a great finish, wasn't it? So yeah, it's all about time. I don't think many people have gone this long without playing against football. So yeah, it might take a little bit longer than maybe a normal pre-season to get the rustiness out, but we won, so that's the main thing, isn't it?
I obviously mentioned the first goal, but throughout commentary I was praising you and Ben Smith, because Craig Rowlands is a very well-known player at that level, causes a lot of problems, but really didn't have a sniff throughout the 90 minutes. And like you say, they didn't open up the defence at all really. It seemed like you managed things from the back, which enabled the forwards to probably have their best 90 minutes of pre-season.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's a balancing act, isn't it? If we concede 4 and the forwards, play as they did today, they're still not the heroes. So it's a team effort, isn't it? So we've kept it sort of as minimal chances as possible, and they've managed to look pretty dangerous. I mean, first half their goalie made 2, 3, 4 very good saves. Second half we had a lot of pressure, not as many maybe shots on target as we should have had, but we certainly had plenty of shots. So yeah, it all came together a little bit today. But we've got it's one game. It's nice for the fans to win the trophy and things like that. But for us, we need to now play Whitstable Tuesday and be that 10% higher than we were today.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's all about progression. And whilst I'm sure everyone's really delighted, you know as much as anyone how much it means to Margate supporters, but there'll be still things that you're wanting to work on and improve upon for Whitstable and then for Brentwood as we build up hopefully to a start date in September.
Yeah, definitely. It's we was worried when we started pre-season if the season was going to start or when it was going to start. So I think now that fans have come in and the club done a wonderful job of getting it to go ahead today, and I think it was 300 fans was there, something like that. So I mean that's a good achievement in itself. So we'll keep going and keep building throughout the pre-season.
Yeah, well, congratulations on the result and another 90 minutes under your belt as well.
Thanks.
All right, see you later.
See you later. I've got to say hello to my mum. Hello, mum.
Famous there on Gate TV. That was centre-back Liam Friend as Margate celebrates retaining the Isle of Thanet trophy. Eric, let's have another little chat about the defensive display from Margate this afternoon. Super solid. Slight slip-ups, like Liam was saying there, that you iron out. That is the purpose of pre-season, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's difficult conditions with the wind, and fantastic for the club to retain the trophy in the end. But great to see. We've got manager Jay Saunders joining us shortly to say a few words to get his reactions. But we're going to finish the live stream here, and we're going to post the interview post-game. So please do keep an eye out for that. Hit the bell button on Gate TV so you get notified when that goes live. So that's it from us. Thank you from me and Charlotte, and we look forward to joining us at the next game. Thank you.
Can't see it.